Hey, my name's Thomas. I'm working on a video game called Axe Ghost. I'm playing the demo today to show how the demo is. It's very similar to the full game. You can play the daily challenge in the demo as well as the full game. In the demo, you don't have quests and your score is not registered to the leaderboard. Let's have a look. So today's special weapons are Magnet and Scythe. The Magnet pulls everything on the same row towards the cell that you click on, or it pushes everything away depending on which mode you use it in. The Scythe destroys all regular enemies on the same row. And these are the regular weapons that you always can be served during a run. In the daily challenge, the object is to defeat Garnemar. He's the boss who appears towards the end of the run, and he's more difficult to kill. I have these cards here. Each card has 2 weapons. You can play only one of them per card. At the end of a turn, the monsters advance 1 cell further down. There's a timer over here, counting down slowly, so I'll stop playing. The switch is probably the most powerful weapon in the game. It lets you switch the types of 2 enemies, or 2 groups of enemies, and you can very quickly create bigger groups that way. The axe, which is down here, lets you destroy a group of connected enemies of the same type, so you're always trying to create bigger groups of the same type. Okay, I'll use the magnet, I think, here. I will pull these across and join these 3 groups of skulls into one. And I can attach this one too. It would be tempting to destroy the skulls right now, but I think I can make this group bigger. I have a switch coming up, so I'm hoping to do something better with that. I'll destroy these greens up at the top instead. These ones let you spawn enemies, which can be handy. I'll change this one to a red because I know I'm going to then swap these and make this big group of reds. There's another one here. Maybe this is a good place to put it because I'm going to push... Oh wait, no I can't. It's also freeze, which is helpful. I can freeze this whole group, but I think what I'll do is I'll just push them all... Will I? No, I'm going to push him across and then push them all back. That gives me a good set of tiles at the bottom to work with, so I'm still safe while those are empty. Join that back up again. With the switch, it's usually handy to look for a big group that's connected to smaller groups of the same type, and then try and change that big group to that type in such a way that you change the fewest possible groups it's connected to. In this case, I'm going to change it with this one to connect it with the greens here, here, and here. This one, the L push, pushes a group or a single enemy sideways and then upwards. They're almost at the bottom. Next turn I don't have an axe, but I do have a freeze or an ice, so I'm not gonna destroy them, I'm gonna wait. And the reason I'm waiting is that the bigger the group, the more points you get. It's I think they call it a triangular number sequence. So each enemy in the group you destroy is worth 1 more point than the previous enemy in the group. So I'm gonna switch them for reds, I think, and then freeze them, knowing that there's an axe coming up and also a push discrete vertical. So with these frozen, these reds are going to catch up and they don't exit the bottom. If they were to exit the bottom, that would be game over. I can put him there, maybe? Yeah. And then I'll get them with the axe. It's a big group right now, and when you hit a large enough group, you get this route label. It means that the remaining enemies are going to run away. And you get a coin. A coin lets you effectively play an extra hand when you need to. Switching is usually good. So the push discrete ones, these ones with the dots, these push a group of enemies as if all the enemies in the group are moving independently. So if one part of the group gets stuck up against another enemy or another blocking thing, the rest of the enemies will still move if they're able to. These other arrows with the solid colors, these treat the whole group as if it's all glued together. So if any part of it gets blocked, then the whole thing stops. Now there's a switch coming up. I want to switch these two, I think. So in preparation for that, I'll just move this one over to connect it. I'm looking for isolated monsters that aren't connected easily to their own type. Thinking about removing those. These are getting close to the bottom now. There is a scythe coming up, which lets me remove one whole row, so I'm safe at least for this next turn. Don't like these skulls here. I hoped I could switch these two, but I don't see a way to do that. I have another scythe, or an axe, and I have the freeze thing, the ice. So, one way or another, I don't think this is going to be a problem. In the next turn, I don't have many great options, though. So perhaps I do need to destroy them this turn. Time is getting low, 4 minutes. Every time you play a weapon, the timer freezes for a short while, so it's not like a one-to-one correspondence with real time. I want to move those reds up so I can maybe move them out later. Here's Garnemar up at the top. He's unusual in that you have to surround him with the same type of enemy before he becomes vulnerable. And you have to hit him 5 times like that. And if you beat him, then the run's over and you've won. It's already looking pretty good. He's almost surrounded by skulls. Now he is surrounded because the one above him was also a skull. I think I probably have to destroy these then. But before I do, I'll just make sure this one's also attached. If I freeze these, then they don't quite make it. Actually, if I knock them up like that and then freeze them, then the next turn I'll join on. He's looking like he will be surrounded with greens without too much of a problem, so I'll switch these to green to make that easier. So I can push all of these up, which will collapse the space around him and still be connected to this big group. When he's surrounded, the monsters all around him are treated as though they're part of one big group. So these ones are now effectively connected to these. I'll push these ones away to link the greens and the skulls up. And I'll just push this back because I can. Okay, I want ideally to change all these for skulls. Ideally I'd want to change them with that one, but I don't know if I can. Okay, I'll go with that. And yeah. So next turn I have a scythe, so I can knock this bottom row off, so I'm not in trouble yet. I shouldn't do this because it will break this group. He'll no longer be surrounded. And I shouldn't do that either, because then these skulls at the top will get split off. Okay. Okay, I think I have to hit them now. One minute left. I need to speed it up a little. These are robots, they're indestructible, and they sometimes shoot lasers, so they're a big nuisance. He's down to one piece of armor. The next hit will kill him. 49 seconds. That's not great. These are about to knock me out, but before they do, I have him surrounded. Because he's surrounded, I can use the skull axe to finish him off. This is a weapon that destroys not only the group you target, but also any group that touches it. So this is a good one for finishing with. I don't need to finish yet, because I can stretch it out a little bit longer. This robot's a problem. See if I can organize the rest a bit better. When you poke them horizontally, the ones on the end wrap around. 15 seconds, that's not a lot of time. So now I'm trying to join them up as best I can for the final strike. Oh, I got this as well. Switch them once more. Let's see. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah, the timer's up. Can use a skull axe on this big group in the middle. $9,284. That's respectable, I think. This score was when I was playing in the full version. There you get quests which unlock score multipliers, so it's easier to get a higher score then. This is Axe Ghost. If you like what you saw, give the demo a go, see how it goes. Thanks for watching.